Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. So today I plan on playing at least one League of Burn. I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing the second one, though. Depends on how long the first league is, because I've learned that playing too late at night, like my last stream was a bit later, because I did take longer than I thought. Talking about the metagame, and then I also had started later than usual, and I started the league against Bogles, ended against Soul Sisters, and I feel like that's a symptom of starting leagues a bit later. I'm already a bit later today because I got caught up in other things, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing the second league. I definitely want to play one league, but I also want to talk about other shit before starting playing. Let's hit up this mode. So I prefer looking at results on Mondays. I think that's how I'm gonna establish my show. Mondays are for metagame analysis because there's challenges on weekends, sometimes even bigger events. And actually, what are the events this weekend? There's a showcase challenge, yeah. So these are usually, there's a showcase challenge and an actual challenge. Yeah, so those are quite big and they're very representative of what the meta is, like what decks are well positioned, much more so than preliminaries, and leagues are not a good measure of the metagame. But I do want to look last night's preliminary, because first of all, Heliod won, which is understandable. It's a good deck, well positioned, but then still not playing Rakdos. This is good, but then we start seeing, so the 4-0s are somewhat healthy. I'm not sure if I love the second Heliod here. Then we go to the 3-1s and start seeing, I swear they're here, yeah. So there's a burn here. We go a bit down. There's another burn here. Go a bit down. There's another burn here. Go a bit down. There's another burn here. Go a bit down. And there's another burn here. So this prelim, first of all, it was quite big, with 18 players topping it effectively. There was a lot of burn. The consensus right now on burn lists, actually let's just make this easier. So there were 5. The consensus right now is that the sideboard, there are 2 sideboard configurations, one with 4 core and one with 2 core. Personally, I still think core is pretty bad. Again, core is definitely not the key piece in burn mirrors. It's annoying, sure, but the deck is prepared to beat it. So if this isn't great in the burn mirrors, it's not great anywhere. Maybe against Browbus, but that's already a good matchup. I think that preparing for good matchups isn't the way you want to go. Like, honestly, you're saving between 2 and 4 sideboard slots if you're not playing core, which can actually be used to hedge against actual bad matchups. Like, people are skimping on anti-life gain, and it seems very hard to beat these Heliod decks without Vortex. these Heliod decks seem very hard to beat without Vortex. I'd even go so far as saying that these Heliod decks are very hard to beat without my favorite sideboard. Well, not my favorite. One of my favorite sideboard cards in Hushbringer, because Hushbringer just shuts down so much. Champion, Mentor, Ranger, Skyclave Apparition, and then in the side. Doesn't actually shut down anything in the side. They also don't side too heavily against us because, you know, they play so much life gain. But it's surprisingly effective against them. Namely, shutting down Skyclave Apparition is big because sure, they might play some path in the side. They probably bring them in. But if we open strong and then turn this into a match of attrition, well, or rather, if we open strong and then they have to deal with our stuff, with more than one of our stuff, we usually get ahead fast enough to win. But then again, this isn't a matchup I've played that much, so you know I might be wrong. Maybe this is just a matchup where you just go fast and win off of speed and consistency, because I've said this before, the reason this deck isn't the best deck in Modern, even now, yeah, it wins things and makes tops, but it isn't the best deck in, or rather, it's not above tier 1, is what I mean. Which is a bit weird, because this deck has infinite combos just stapled onto has a lot of infinite combos, so it's easy to just stumble upon it. But I think that it's a bit clunky, hence why it isn't like the top pick. And I know that playing this is a traumatic experience for both players online, but that ain't it. Like if this deck were Uro levels of good, which of course it isn't, people would be playing. Like playing Uro in Omnath, it wasn't particularly thrilling. Like it wasn't even a fun draw go control. It was just I play busted shit and outvalue you, but I also have Cryptic Command because I ramp like a motherfucker. That was the type of deck that Uro Omnath was. So yeah. Okay, but this isn't the main focus today. Let's review. Let's look at the Let's look at Timespiral. So in case you didn't know, in case you're out of the loop or just don't pay attention to Modern's reprint sets, which this is, or like master sets, because you have your decks built, you're not planning on buying more cards, so you might have missed it. But there's this new product coming, which is called Timespiral Remastered. It's basically Wizards saying, well, we can pack this block into a single set, put some sprinkles on top, and sell it at, I think it's 1.5 times what a standard set goes for. Put some cool reprints in it, and then just sell it as a draft experience, and people will love it because because this is apparently a great draft environment, and we'll love it because we'll be selling product. We didn't even have to design it. But this isn't the main event. I want to draft this, but like when was Timespiral? Let's learn a little bit about Magic's history. I'm horrible with Magic's history. Like I know enough, or rather, I know what suits me. Like, and even that isn't ideal. Or rather, even that I don't know that much about. Wait, what's this? Uncommon cube. Okay, never mind. I'm looking for that block here. Where is it? Where is Timespiral? Planar Chaos. What was the other one? Future Sight. I know it's old. Pretty darn old. Here it is. So 2007. This is super weird for me because 2007 seems like a lifetime ago. Like the last, I don't know, 5 years of my life have flown by. So 2007 still doesn't look like, still doesn't feel like too long ago. It also makes me a bit sad that I didn't get into Magic earlier. I was always curious about Magic, but I didn't have friends to play with, so like I never got into it. It was much later. Like when Arena came out, I tried it out. A friend also tried it out. We were both interested in the game, and we went to the Guilds of Ravnica pre-release, and we just loved the paper play and the gathering part. And then we found this other LGS where we met a bunch of cool people, and I just got hooked. You know, cardboard crack. So this was 2007. Yeah. So this limited environment was from a different time, so definitely harder for me to grasp. I'm still trying to learn limited as a format, so I think that if I ever get to draft this, I'm just gonna force red and just be bad at it. Hopefully it's fun. It has Jaya. How can a set with Jaya be bad? Or rather, how can picking red with Jaya ever be bad? Come on, guys. Oh, it has Riftbolt. I love that they used the original art. I think this art is superior, even though the FNM Riftbolt promos are really cool because of the watermark and whatnot. This isn't what I want to talk about though. This is the main event. So all of these Timespiral Remaster packs have a special slot for reprints of cards in old borders, because the Magic community is in love with old borders. So this is the new border, also called the modern border, which is where the name modern comes from, I think. And this is the older frame. People love this frame. I think that the white one isn't too fantastic. So let's look at the card choices here. I think that for white, they kind of fumbled their choices, to be honest. Like there aren't many cards in white that are like widely played. There's no Thalia, there's no things like Auriok Champion, the one that Human plays, both of them actually, Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion of something could also be here. The fact is that there are tons of white cards that are actually good and played, and then they printed Pridemate, Banishing Light, Virtue, which is probably playable in Commander. But I think it was a bit of a miss, the white. So nothing new for Wizards, right? So interesting cards here. Priest, probably. I think that Priest is very playable in Eternal formats because they're more unfair, so Priest does more work there. Flicker Wisp is kind of cool. And I think Priest's artwork fits the border nicely. Flicker Wisp, yeah, it also fits. Not as well as Priest, but also fits. Lingering Souls is a knockout. the little graveyard symbol for it because it has an ability from the graveyard. The artwork really works. Just looks stunning. I have a feeling that this dude sees play, but I'm not sure. Then Path is probably the biggest hit. I'd be tempted to get Path for my own deck, but I'm not sure. Depends on how they look, like in actual paper. They used the wrong art for Restoration Angel, and I know this is a big one because I think it's people are very divided when it comes to Restoration Angel artwork. Some people love this art, some people love the other art. Pretty much everyone hates the newer artwork. So we have original and promo original. Personally, this one, the normal artwork is probably like top 5 Magic art for me. I really love this one. It's just gorgeous. Much more so than this, in my opinion. Then this one's kind of ugly. I mean, it's not ugly, but like when compared to the other two, it's just worse. But I'd really like the older border with this art. Didn't happen. Oh well. I'm also not a Restoration Angel player, so it doesn't bother me too much. What is this? Seems not great. But I think Path and it's like Priest and Path and maybe Angel are hits, and even then Angel and Priest don't see that much play. So it's basically just Path, which is sad because once you go to blue, first of all, this border is insane. If I were a blue player, I'd probably want every card that is available in old border to be old bordered. And that's no easy task because opts in the old border foil are fucking expensive. But then blue got a lot of playables. Baral sees a lot of play. Master of the Pearl Trident. It technically doesn't see a lot of play because it's a merfolk, but I think that every merfolk player will want a set of these because Lord of Atlantis is already old border, so the lords being old bordered is really cool. And then Lab Maniac and Moldrifter play. I think they're very played in some formats. Mystic Confluence too. Paradoxical Outcome is a legacy and or vintage staple. I don't know. I know it's played. This Ponder, fucking nuts. Personally, I prefer the other artwork. I don't know. This artwork doesn't do it for me. Prefer the other one. But I understand why they didn't use the other one. I understand why they didn't use it, you know. It would be a risky move to print something like this in 2020 in a game. In a game like for teens, like not adults, basically, at least marketed towards. So yeah, I guess why they didn't print it like that. But I prefer the original artwork of Ponder. And personally, I think it would fit better with the old border. However, this one's still really darn cool, and I know people will love it. Remand looks amazing, and Repeal also sees some play. This exists. Treasure Cruise was a surprise because, you know, one of Magic's biggest mistake, but it's here. It's still playable in Pioneer, and I guess vintage. The card looks quite cool. Then Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage is most likely the artwork that fits better with this border style. Like, this card looks like it was designed with this border in mind. Like, damn. And this card is also... Is this a hit? Like, I know Trinket Mage has seen play, and I'm not sure how much play it sees nowadays. But still, I'd call it a hit, right? And then they reprinted True Name Nemesis, which was actually quite a bit surprising because this card is only available in... Oh no, it's available in Battle Bond, right? But at Mythic, which means the price didn't go down that much, but now, like, it's 121 or 120 because Lotus Bloom doesn't come with the old border in packs. So some more True Name Nemesis going into the market is a cool thing. The artwork kind of works. No big changes, I think. And then Black. Black has a really nice border too. And the text box. How's Blue's text box? Blue's text box is just a regular rectangle, but Black has like this scroll-like thing. It looks really cool. Then they got a ton of playables. Dismember and Angler here, just in the top 3. Merchant is a nice throwback, and I know some people that will love this card, but doesn't see constructed play. Leyline of the Void also looks really cool, and people probably loved it because it sees more playing older formats, just because of the speed. Lilian Astranth was a miss, I think. Like, they could have printed an actually playable removal option here. Like, I wanted Fatal Push. Like, I'm not a Fatal Push player, but I feel like Fatal Push should have received this treatment. Because then you'd have the holy trinity of removal in Old Border. Push, Path, Bolt. That would be amazing. This is just not ideal. Shriek Maw looks rad as fuck. Stink with Imp, using the wrong artwork. I don't think anyone disagrees here. Tassiger was a nice surprise. Then Thoughtseize. This is the big hit, I think. Thoughtseize in Old Border with original artwork is just too good. Like, again, I'm not a Thoughtseize player, but holy shit, this looks awesome. Like, the artwork works, and this in foil has gotta look amazing with a little comet. Hex Mage is cool because it does see play in Dark Depths formats. And then Yawgmoth. It's kind of sad we didn't get Urza. But Yawgmoth, you know, an old character, an OG character, receiving the Old Border treatment is nice. There were already altars to make the card look like this, and they were pretty cool looking. So seeing it actually being printed is awesome. Then something. Let's go to the main event. Red, our color. It got some nice things. I have to say, I was a little bit disappointed that Eidolon didn't get one. Spoiler alert, Eidolon didn't get one here. Because I think that Eidolon kind of deserved one. The card is historic as fuck. It's one of the most important cards in Modern, I'd say. Or at least one of the most recognizable cards in Modern. And the fact that there are 0 premium versions of it makes me a little bit sad. just makes me a bit sad. Like, there are exactly two printings of Eidolon, both with the same artwork, and I like the artwork, so I wouldn't even change that, but like same treatment, just a regular card. But yeah, apart from that, we got some good hits. Like, this is a commander card, but whatever. Anger of the Gods, Bedlam Reveler, and Dreador Arcanist just in a row, just like that. All playable, some more than others, some in some formats, some in others, but all good cards. Then we have maybe Commander card. Then we have Exquisite Firecraft, which we sometimes play, much less so now that Aethergust was printed, but still. Then, cool. I don't know this card. Don't know if people like it. Don't know if people play it. Goblin Engineer was a weird inclusion. But I guess. Then Kiki Jiki, with the correct artwork, which is pretty amazing, and this is just amazing. And I think this one looks really cool. This one looks amazing. It also makes it so that Splinter Twin is available in this limited format. Not only with the Restoration Angel that we saw earlier, but also with Zealous Conscripts. Which in my opinion is kind of cool. Like, it gives the limited format that extra boost. Sure, it's going to be a rare occasion where people actually have this, but I think it's cool. What else? Lava Spike. This is interesting for us. I think that Lava Spike's artwork works really well with this border. Just works. It looks really good. And personally, I want these Lava Spikes in paper. Molten Rain was interesting. Of course, Pillage already exists in Old Border, hence why it wasn't printed here. And honest to God, wait, does Stone Rain exist in Old Border? It has to, right? This screams like early Magic. Yeah, here it is. Arcadian Masks. Holy shit, Stone Rain has been around. Oh, there's even a promo version of Stone Rain. Is Stone Rain Alpha? Is Stone Rain actually Alpha? It is. It's so cheap. What? It's, oh, I guess it's like chewed up by a dog and in a foreign. Well, Alpha doesn't have foreign, right? Yeah, but I guess it's just absolutely destroyed and damaged and cut up into pieces. I was gonna say, the price that shows on Scryfall is €22, which is kind of low for an actual playable card. But then again, but yeah, getting Molten Rain was cool. Yeah, Stone Rain is the OG Rain. I just learned that. See, I don't know much about Magic's history, but it makes sense. It's the original one, just destroys a land. But isn't there like a Stone Rain carbon copy? I have a feeling that there's a Stone Rain carbon copy, just like a card that destroys a land for 3 mana, and let me order this by CMC. I have a feeling that there was one. Wasn't there? Maybe I'm just wrong. Just wasting time. Oh, there's Molten Rain, which does damage. There's Pillage, which hits artifacts, hence why it is good. There's Stone Rain. There's no other one. Huh. I thought there was another one. Guess I'm thinking of Molten Rain. I must be thinking of Molten Rain. But Molten Rain got the original artwork too, which is cool. I might get some. Just because this is fringe playable in Burn. People are actually playing it right now, which is really weird to me. I love someone that plays this to explain to me why they're playing it. Because this isn't good against Tron, like Moon does more, and Cleansing Wildfire actually works before Tron is online. I don't think that against Amulet this is your plan. What else? Yeah, that's it for AC. I have a good one. So yeah, I think that Molten Rain isn't the best burn pick, but then we also got Swiftspear. Swiftspear was a surprise for me because we're already getting the Secret Lair Swiftspear, which, honest to God, is the superior version. Like, sure, you might like Old Border, but goddamn, at least in my eyes, I'm gonna say that, at least in my eyes, because the new Swiftspear does have the issue that this art style is very hit or miss for different people. Personally, I love this Candyland style art that's just creepy enough. Like this just does it for me. So I drank this first, Old Border second, New Border third. OG because of the watermark, of course, and because it's OG. Why are there two different ones here? Oh, this is like the list or something like that. Sure. But yeah, it was a surprise because we're already getting the Secret Lair, and I know that the Old Border ones were actually planned before. They were probably decided before this one, the Secret Lair one. But it's weird to me that they would do a Secret Lair of a card that's getting another special printing. Because it seems like a conflict of interests, like people that wanna pretty Swiftspear are gonna be divided instead of just flocking to a single product. Seems like a weird business decision, but who am I to criticize them when I'm getting two very different yet very cool in their own way versions of the same card? Then Past in Flames looks awesome. The artwork kinda doesn't mingle well with the border because the artwork is a little bit too orange. And the border has like this faded red. It still looks good, but not as great. Battle Rage looks okay, another staple. And this was my problem with white, because white got like maybe 3 cards. Blue got like 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 7 cards. Black got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Then red got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So yeah, white got kind of shafted there, but they're used to it. What else do we have? Vandal Blast, Seb McKinnon art, gotta love it. Feels really good with the Old Border. Sadly, this isn't a card that I would play. I'm not sure. Can I even play that? Is that even modern legal? I'd be. Or is it from like a random commander deck? What is Vandal? It's from Return to Ravnica. Sure. Yeah, I don't think you'd ever play this. Feels like a very commander card because of because the overload to blow up an entire table seems okay, but otherwise, why wouldn't you just play Shattering Spree? Then Young Pyromancer has seen more play. It's still very playable in Legacy and Pioneer, I think, and it looks okay in the old border. And then Conscripts just looks good in the old border. But this isn't a card. This is actually a really good still an untap effect, because these effects usually cost 3, but this basically has a lightning strike attached to it, which is quite cool. And then we have green. Green also got a lot of bombs. So stirrings. I'm gonna go over this a bit faster because I'm taking a bit too long, and I do want to play some Magic before people start playing leagues with Leyline. Stirrings looks very cool. Beast Within 2, both hits. Whisper, not as big as a hit, but still probably plays a lot of Commander. Then Become Immense looks very cool, actually fitting. I've heard that Cursor looks weird, but I've also heard that Cursor looks awesome because it doesn't have the weird starred border, which some people don't like. But again, see, like, very playable. Then Beast Whisper is kind of playable, very playable, or rather, kind of playable, and then Helvish Mystic also looks really good, kind of playable. Eternal Witness, wrong artwork in my opinion, but still a kind of playable card. Evolutionary Leap is garbage. Farseek is kind of playable, looks really good. Nature's Claim, very playable and looks very good. And then The Boy, the Prime Time, got its own edition, similar to Swiftspear. I thought it was weird, but oh well. Does look really cool. Maybe I like the Secret Lair more, but with the old border, like, shit in actual paper looks better in the old border, I think, than they do in images. But a very playable card. Rexage, also playable. Sylvan Scrying and Thragtusk, Tron Staples, somewhat playable. And Time of Need is garbage. What I find really funny is that Tron randomly got 4 cards here with Nature's Claim 2. So, like, it's actively possible to just have a very pretty Tron deck. And we got multicolored, which I didn't know we were gonna get. Sadly, this was a miss for burn. There were a couple. I would have loved. Did I not sell my OG Helix? Hope I didn't. Did. Dumb idiot. But I would have loved, like, let me be clear. This border is ugly as sin. However, in paper foil, it looks good. So I would have liked Helix looking like this. There were also a ton of playables. So Decay and Bloodbraid Elf are very, very playable. Davin DeVito is very playable. Like, Grenzo in Commander is very playable and looks really good. I've heard that Feather doesn't look good, but honestly, I love this artwork so much. Like, I don't care what it is. It looks really good. And this in foil probably looks really good too. And then Knight of the Reliquary, and that's it in this line. Looks very cool, somewhat playable. Amalgam looks a bit weird, but I dig it. Rakdos Charm should have been Boros Charm, whatever. Looks okay. Not like the big guild symbol with the old border doesn't match too well in my opinion. And then Sculler. I think Sculler would have looked better with the artifact border, but whatever. Then we have artifacts. What artifacts did we get? We knew about Chalice, which is very playable. Like, how much does a Chalice of the Void go for nowadays? Like a normal one. Normal Chalice, like, in a decent condition. It's going for like 20-25 euro. I think it's safe to assume that this one will be at least 50. At least 40. I'd put my bets on at least 40. So just drafting just imagine you're drafting, you see a Chalice, you say, fuck this draft, I'm gonna pay for my next 3 drafts with this pick. And it looks really good. Kinda wished it had the Seb artwork, but OG artwork also looks cool. And then these, I don't know what they're for. All of one looks, wow, so good. Manifold Key also looks really good. Panharmonicon looks really good. Sad Robot looks pretty sad, and that is a compliment in this case. Looks really good. Spyglass and Banner look okay. Lotus Bloom looks awesome. Then we have lands. We still got lands, and these look amazing. I love this border on utility lands. All of these, Arch of Oraska, Blighted Woodland, and Field of Ruin, and Wastes, fucking Wastes look amazing. Like, Tron players, like, imagine being a Tron player. I gotta sit up. Imagine being a Tron player in 2021. They print Cleansing Wildfire. They print strong lands that make people want to play Blood Moon. They gave shit to Prowess to be a good deck. They reprinted Karn and Ugin. So your deck already lost some value, and then you're like, oh, fuck, this is depressing. And then they print these wastes, those Ancient Stirrings and Sylvan Scryings and Thragtusks. So you're like, oh, guess that despite my deck losing value, I gotta upgrade. It's gotta be a bit disheartening. Oh well, Ravenap Ruins looks weirdly okay. Like, this artwork, I don't think it would have worked, but it does. Bog and Sanctuary look incredible. I don't know why this doesn't. I guess I know why, because it doesn't make green mana. This was a weird choice. This was definitely a weird choice. But I don't think there were any good green lands, because here's what they did. They printed one land of different cycles. We have a artifact land in white. We have an I'm gonna call them ETB lands in black. We had the Eldraine cycle in blue. We had the, I don't know, Pain ones in red, and we had this weird crappy fetch in green, which I think is like the worst one. This one's banned, this one's banned, this one was banned, and this one exists. And then this is unplayable. But still, I love Field of Ruin too. Like, when I saw this Field of Ruin, I was like, oh, they made new artwork for Field of Ruin? This art looks amazing. And I found out that this was the original artwork, which is weird, but I think that this border, for lands at least, makes the art just pop out. Looks really good. So yeah, that's Timespiral Remastered. I'll be getting these lava spikes for sure. Not sure about the Swiftspear. Let's see how it shakes out, because I want to get the Secret Lair ones for sure. It might be a bit too much. Can you really have too many Swiftspears? Let's be real. Alright. Now, the important things. Let's get down to business and play some Magic. So I'm playing the same list as always. Because honestly, I think that this list is really good. I like the 3-3-3 split of the what I've been calling the flag slots. I like Hush in the side. I like Vortex in the side. I am now testing Revelry in the side because I've been playing against more ley lines than I would have liked. My last 4 leagues, I've played against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enchantment decks in my book that deserves the respect in the sideboard. Watch me play only against aggro today. I don't know, with today's modern preliminary, maybe people will flock back to hate. Because here's the issue with a preliminary like that. I'm gonna show you the issue firsthand. See how burn is considered, and this isn't. I had to change for 7 days. Let me reload the page. Burn sits at the top, which isn't true. This just isn't true. Burn is not the best deck of the format. Burn is not 5% of the meta. Burn is like 0.5% of the meta, maybe 1% of the meta. Burn is not 5% of the meta. That's just bullshit. But you know what happens? People open Goldfish, they see Burn, they see Blitz, they think, oh, I'm gonna play a bunch of life gain and I'm gonna win. Then Blitz does not care about life gain. Burn does care, but still beats your ass on consistency alone. And then you think, oh, maybe that wasn't enough life gain, so I'm gonna play more. And then you still lose to Prowess because guess what? They don't give a shit. They just run over your life gain like it means nothing. Yeah, Burn kind of does lose to too much life gain. Either way, rant over. I'm gonna play this list. Play a league. Hopefully it goes well. Last one didn't, but that was fast. That was too fast. Alrighty then. On the draw. I've noticed that I win more on the draw. This is gonna be a keep for me. I have 3 creatures. Hard to pass it. It's gonna be a Thoughtseize. Oh. That's annoying. Need 1 land. Perfect. I'm gonna fetch a shock here. I wanna know what I'm up against. Stitcher Suppliers is a card. I was thinking about a mono black mill. Not mill. A mono black dredge like. Ooh. They play lures in the main. 100%. I draw a line. Ooh, guide. Guide though. I think I want to kill that still. Do I want to kill that? I do. I didn't draw land. I don't want that Searing Blaze to be a dead card. And Dreadhorde Arcanist has text. Can't risk Dreadhorde Arcanist being too good. Does this have lifelink? God fucking damn it. Please no lures, please no lures, please no lures. Ugh. I need the removal, that's why I'm discarding that one. Even though there's an argument. Hey Pride, how's it going? There's an argument to not discard the Swiftspear because you kind of have to fear an Earth here. Okay, he's at 6, so now I cast it. He's at 3. So anything off the top wins me the game. The attack is also troublesome for my opponent. Yeah, this isn't a problem. He's technically at 4, but... that's a problem. That's a problem. He should double block a Goblin Guide. Going to 1. Maybe he's not sure how Lifelink works. He should double block a Goblin Guide here. This is a losing proposition for my opponent. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the fetch. Here's why. Yes, it sucks if he plays a Skelemental and makes me discard this land. But it sucks even more if I draw a Searing Blaze. I don't have lethal, basically. Oh, but I was thinking about building a mono black Dredge. Because of the new card, the King. Or maybe even just Rakdos. Because you could fuck. The new Kaldheim card that you can play from your graveyard for 3 snow mana works really well with that's a ballsy attack. It doesn't have anything. They have lures here. Always trying to draw into something. Wow, using village rights on Arcanist is hardening, to say the least. I'm going to show you the card I was talking about. It's that one that you can play from the grave for 3 mana, but I'll show it in case you don't know about it. This is a good one. If he draws a lightning bolt, he's still in the game. Let me make this smaller so it doesn't cover the entire screen there. Oh, actually no, this just gums up the board. Okay. Hey, look. We found the thing. Who knew after 5 lands? Oh, so this is one of those matchups where Rest in Peace would be plain better. Like you land a Rest in Peace against this player and he just throws up the matchup. Is that even an expression? Probably not. However, I'm not playing Rest in Peace, because against Dredge I prefer Surgical. That's really the only big graveyard deck around. Also, Sodak has been pushing Oops All Spells, I think, and that's also scary. This is Rakdos. Revive. But winning game 1 is also really cool. By the way, the card I was talking about is this dude. I think it works really well with Prize Amalgam, because it constantly gives you a big board. And I was thinking that you don't want it in 3-color Dredge. You probably want it in a 2-color Dredge, because you need the snowlands. And Stitcher's Supplier existing makes it maybe a possibility. I don't know, just theory crafting here. I completely forgot that Stitcher's Supplier existed. Maybe even a zombie tribal, not Dredge, just zombie tribal. I wonder. So what's bad here? What is bad? What do I want? Let's put it like that. I probably want Path. Path seems good. Ushbringer might seem good. Probably not good enough though. I'm tempted to play Surgical. Not really. What am I taking? Maybe Boros Charm. It doesn't kill creatures. And like a single Vortex, because this could go long, and Vortex into Arcanist is just tear inducing, I think. I don't love this. I don't love this. But it's all gas. This is the type of hand that's... It's hard for my opponent to interact with properly. Like, that's just okay. The Searing Blaze is cool. Hopefully I draw land to kill his turn to Arcanist. Another Stitcher Supplier, okay. Ooh, that's a cute one. What's the plan here? Because I kind of don't want to mill him. I'll guess that answers it. I definitely need to find some land soon. Wouldn't be a Bosseidon stream if I weren't keeping one-landers and losing because of that. That's fine. That's fine, that's a swamp. Now, do I play the Searing Blaze or no? I think if he had an Earth, he would have used it. If I double bolt here, fuck. Because here's my dilemma. If I double bolt here, or rather, if I double bolt face, this is never enough to win the game next turn. Like, I need this Searing Blaze to be gas. This kind of sucks, but math-wise, I need this Searing Blaze to hit. I think that... yeah, that's honestly fine. That's honestly fine. This was fine. Yeah, that was the correct choice for sure. Hopefully he doesn't have another one, or an earth for that. Skelemental's gonna be tough here. Another one? Jesus. Oh no, I need a land here, which kinda sucks. He definitely has removal in hand. Wait, no removal in hand? You have sixth. Wow, that's surprising. That's very surprising. He needs the third Fulminator Mage here. Or a Thoughtseize. That Croxa doesn't get him there. Seasoned Pyromancer. Kinda gets him there. If he draws this card. Alright. We're drawing pretty shitty here. Like, imagine if he discards this, we play Goblin Guide. Guess we attack because he has to jump himself. We draw the land, we still can play this. When we draw this, we have to play it. If he played Croxa there, oh. Actual pretty bad sequence of draws there. Damn, double. My opponent also kept a pretty crappy hand, let's be real. Although the triple enabler is decent, I guess. I don't know, that deck didn't really convince me. Not really. Had a lot of self-mill, but didn't seem to have that many self-mill payoffs. But maybe it was just inconsistent. Yeah, I like this. Searing Blaze totally enabled. Eidolon on 2 with Searing Blaze up for 3. Fetching the shock first is fine. I think it's fine to fetch the shock first. Please, no Thoughtseize. No Thoughtseize. Cool, cool, cool. Ugh. Maybe not cool. Maybe not cool, guys. Oh, thank God I can say no to that. I would have clicked that so quickly. Bolt is fine. At least Eidolon here will do some work. Him finding Narcomoeba is fine. Eidolon's dealing some damage. Unless he plays land and conflags Eidolon for... God fucking damn it, he is doing exactly that. Oh no, it's just Reunion. It's just gonna dredge 15. It chill. Only one chill. We're fine. Oh yes, 3 amalgams. Maybe we're not fine. He's attacking the madman. I have to be careful because he does have Bloodcast next turn. Land is definitely not great. Am I killing the amalgam? I have to kill the amalgam here. I'm attacking first. Maybe I should hold this off to block. Actually, that... Yeah, maybe I should just hold to block there. Then... Should have definitely blocked there. Wow, that was a punt. I don't think I ever win game 1 against Dredge though. I have to be really, really inconsistent for me to ever win game 1 against them. My opponent has Conflag. I'm dead. Right, 7. Yeah, I'm just dead here. I'm not even gonna give him time to see the correct line. So Surgical in. Eidolon Audi 5000. Hushbringer in. Probably Searing Blaze. It's damage. I'd rather have damage than path, but... Alright, so I need hate. Ooh, this end's really strong. Fuck. Fuck. Alright, this one's for science. This end's really strong. Plus, my opponent might be mulling down to find anti-rest in peace. Which is... a way to win games against them. Come on, reveal Creeping Chill here. Sure. He had a turn 1 play, come on. He didn't. Honest to God. Am I bolting here? I actually need to bolt here. Which is a weird line. If I bolt here, I have lethal with my cards, which is naive considering he does play Creeping Chill. I think that he kept a slightly slower hand, which does give me some leeway. I'd like to find Surgical here. That's a cathartic. That's a cathartic if I've ever seen one. Just a conflag? Huh. If I find land, I win. You know what? That works. That works. I can Surgical away the chill if he ever hits it. Yeah, this works just fine. Surgical there was a good draw. Hopefully he doesn't see it. Like, hopefully he doesn't have a haggle here to dig for a... yeah. Him not seeing it is great, because he's still gonna be playing around Rest in Peace game 2 and 3. Which is a-okay for me. I think same sideboard. Yeah, I think same sideboard. Yeah, that hand was strong enough. He might have kept the anti-hate, which I think they must try to find. And I have the hate, which makes his hand good enough, to be honest. That's an okay draw. Won't complain. I also have Helix. I have Helix to kinda put me back on life. See, my ticket to win this game is that my opponent's mana base is painful. No matter how you look at it. Is that a cathartic? Alright, so this is when you fire off the early surgical. My opponent's got nothing. He's drawing 3. But I don't think that surgical is wrong. That is a big hit. Hopefully enough to have him... I'm gonna play the Swiftspear. Him being down to 15 is relevant. He also kinda can't play creatures without shocking here. And if I find a land, I can kill those creatures. Lightning. Ah, that was a good draw from the dude. It's fine though. So here's my issue now. I have 15 damage. Do I max him? I think I can't wait here for something. I don't think I can wait here. I think this is a slow enough dredge that I feel comfortable here. Maybe there's an argument to just, but here's the issue. Right? Here's the issue. You should actually say no to those. Am I crazy for thinking that? Does have Conflag to discard his hand. What is this? That's fine. You can't Ox. He can Conflag, which is what he's doing here. He can flag me for 5, put stuff in the graveyard. If I find Surgical, I'm fine. Finding Bolt is also good. Finding Bolt is also okay. I have to pass, which kind of sucks. It doesn't suck. I have a lot. I have a lot going on here. Just gonna say this now. No matter how this ends, this game 3 is an interesting game against Dredge. Like, no complaints here. My opponent now has enough juice for that ox. Just enough juice for that ox. So he's dredging at least 7. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be very close. It's gonna be very close. This is gonna be very close. One chill. One chill might be enough. One chill might just be enough. Yeah, one chill is enough here. Damn. That's no, because he's still at 7. If that were a Boros, I would still be dead if that were a Boros Charm, because I'd be dead to the board. Hey, how's it going? We are losing against Dredge. But a very close game. Can't hate this game. Definitely can't hate it. There's an argument for, like, I'm gonna concede. There is an argument to say that I misplayed my surgical on that Stinkweed Imp, but my opponent discarded double Stinkweed to his Cathartic. And with my hand of all bolts, how is Dredge right now? Dredge feels like it should be strong, but then again, it's somewhat easy to back hate against. But as I was saying, I think it was the correct decision, because on one land, I think I'm not fast enough to beat a Dredge 10 there. Like, my opponent hits anything amalgam, or if my opponent hits a critical mass of creatures, I'm not gonna win that. That's a fact. If my opponent dredges 10 or more, because dredging 10 usually means you get to dredge more, I'm not winning that on speed. I think that was the correct decision. What lost me the game? What did lose me the game? Playing the Swiftspear was what lost me the game, to be honest. I think that 1 damage for 1 mana wasn't enough. If that were a bolt, yeah, playing this Swiftspear is definitely what lost me the game. There's honestly a side of me that wants to just side out all creatures against Dredge on the draw and just go as fast as I can. You were 2-0'd by burn. Oh yeah, I read that. It can happen. It can happen. Like if game 1, if you dirtle for too long, burn can get you, and then like game 2, it's the game of who has the sideboard piece, right? It's definitely possible. It's not a good matchup for burn, but no bad matchup is unwinnable, you know? Which I think is a fair statement. It's a really fair statement to say that no bad matchup is unwinnable. This is a keep. 3 creatures, 1 spell, 2 good spell. Ooh, this is a keep. Yeah. This is scary. Mardu is rare life gaining color. Drawing land there is amazing. Rookie, yeah. The Swiftspear might have been my reasoning was that I wanted to get him to exactly bolt range. And like Swiftspear did have a clear board to hit once, but like definitely not ideal. Definitely not, especially with a Searing Blaze in hand, which means that there's a very real possibility that I could play a land and get the damage through with that Searing Blaze. So I think that was the issue. Very tight game. I think it was lost on a I won't even say poor decision, just on a wrong decision. This is good for me. This means no removal, basically. He can't have removal, right? He would have played removal if he had it. He wouldn't just take damage like an idiot, right? Right? He might have Blood Moon. At this point, I kinda don't care. I draw any non-white spell. But like fetching Triumph with Moon, it's just yeah, no removal. Alright, so this is Mardu something. Mardu something. They probably play Croaks. And them being Mardu tells me that they're playing Life Gain. My removal is probably... My not removal is probably bad. But for the sake of not playing into a potential moon, like keeping Lava Spike in is better. Although they have discard, so keeping this hand is not ideal, but double Skullcrack against a potential Kaya's Guile seems okay. I like this. I'm gonna keep this. It is good enough. Actually, this hand plays very poorly into a turn 1 discard. If he goes turn 1, discard your Rift Bolt, I'm screwed. Okay, so he has removal now. Playing the shock here makes it so I can bluff spells properly in the following turns. Play Arcanist or Channeler, please. Arcanist or Channeler. Nothing. Okay. So I'm assuming you have... Well, what does he have here? Weird. I'm not gonna play Swiftspear. It's a mistake. I think it definitely has removal. Swiftspear is officially a dead card. Triumph. Okay, so it probably doesn't have Moon. Probably a Liliana. Alrighty then. Upticks Liliana. Okay. Searing Blaze seems like the worst card here. It's one of those weird corner cases where Lilian is actually annoying. It is forcing the discard. You fetched the white. I think I am supposed to respect life gain here. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to respect it. And collective brutality too. This might be a rough one now. There's a lot that can go wrong. One still has 4 cards. I played Swiftspear because I don't think I'm ever double spelling that last turn. Like ever. If he has some life gain, it's just a big blowout. Although playing around Kaya's Guile is actually impossible. So maybe I should have gone for it. And just try to beat the Kaya's Guile on the extra range. I think the Skewer is the better option. Lingering Souls? My opponent's playing the good battle. Honestly, Lingering Souls might just be very playable right now. Like, I feel like you could do a lot with Lingering Souls. Like, I think that Seasoned Pyromancer honestly pushed Lingering Souls into being good again. Huh. See, now I do think I have to attack. I'll double spell. Wow. No blocks? Actual no. Wow. That is something. That is something. I want exactly that. That's exactly what I wanted, to be honest. Haha. He was afraid of Eidolon. He was afraid of Eidolon. Sadly, I can't play around life gain here. I just can't. So I'm assuming he doesn't have it. What reality am I living in? Was that his draw? Please. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I do have Searing Blaze. Oh, I can't keep lands because of Liliana. Damn, that was my window there. Am I pathing a creature? Am I genuinely pathing a creature? I don't think so. I don't think that pathing here is ever correct. Just need to find a spell. If he's not gaining life here when I'm empty-handed, he's not gaining life. And there it is. He has something. A loss. What? I have no cards in hand, and my opponent just doesn't play that? Sure. It makes no sense that he would have that. Holding back a blocker. It's a good move. Holding back no blockers, which kind of tells me that this is either removal or another one. This is okay. This is okay Searing Blaze wise. They're getting to the point where my opponent's coming back into it. By the way, I couldn't have genuinely played around that Kaya's Guile. Like maybe try to punish my opponent by keeping it. Ooh, is he gonna ult Liliana? That would be a hoot. I just go for it. My opponent landed an actually good Liliana, like early, without a board on my side. It was still crappy as fuck. Alright. I like Mardu mid-range, but the correct number of Liliana is 0. And look. You can tell me, no, I love Liliana as a card and I want to play a full set. Sure, you do you, buddy. You play whatever you want. I keep pushing the narrative because I honestly think it's true. I think that Modern is very wide. You can play a lot of things that nobody plays and win if you're good with them. Some cards, or rather, some archetypes are less open to personal preference. So with midrange being an archetype that you really need to use your flex slots well, I think that if you are not using them well, you're throwing percentages some all, of course. This is a keep though. Second Blaze seems not ideal. What am I playing against? Heath is dangerous. Heath is very dangerous. Although not removal wise. So this is a tapped Temple Garden or a tapped Stomping Ground. Yeah. Okay, so betting on Heliod. This is gonna be that dude that gains them life if it dies. That would be my bet, honestly. The card has a name. What's it called? Conclave Mentor? Sprawl, same shit. Or Auriok Champion. Fuck me. Fuck me. Jesus, fuck, that's such a bad draw too. Such a bad draw. I guess this is just the optimal play, right? Like, playing this Swiftspear is free because the life he gains, I'm taking away. It's incredible my opponent managed to get a turn to Auriok with this mana base. Because, by the way, their mana base isn't great. They play 2 planes. Their fetches have to fetch forest. My opponent is asleep. My opponent probably f6'd. But you need to say that you accept the life, basically. This is why Reign of Gore is bad. A lot of these life gain abilities are optional. Like Auriok Champion, Corefire Walker, Dragon's Claw are optional, so Reign of Gore doesn't work against them. It stops them, it doesn't damage them. That's why Vortex, it requiring 1 less color and actually dealing damage is better, in my opinion. Sure, you need to have the mana to sink in, but that's infinitely better than playing a card that doesn't pressure them into having to answer it. Like, anyone can sit on Reign of Gore and just either go through their plan or... Am I still alive? Sometimes my internet dies. So I'm just gonna... If someone in chat could tell me if I'm still alive, I would appreciate it. Sometimes my internet dies, and it takes a while for my computer to realize. I guess the easier way is to just open an internet page, right? I can open internet pages just fine. Yes, I guess. Okay. All live? Okay, thank you very much. So, because my opponent he might have disconnected, might be double queuing, I don't know. I'm gonna fire up a draft in Draft Sim. And Clarion Spirit's very good. Code Spell Cleric supports this very much. I think that's correct. Ooh, Fearless Liberator is really cool. I like Renamok. I like Pup, honestly. I like Pup over Raider here. Raider probably wills. Ooh, this is good though. Going to black here is probably not okay. Honestly, I want to pick the second Pup. Ooh, it's the third Pup. Maybe not so much. Story Seeker seems better. All is bad here. Whoop, whoop, we're back. We are back. We are back to playing Magic. But I've been playing myself. Whoa. Why is my voice kind of soothing? Thanks, first of all, but I honestly hate my voice in recording. Because it's not like properly deep, but it's like, I don't know. I don't like it, but I'm glad you like it. Please no Heliod. Please no Heliod. Please no Heliod. Ranger? I can work with Ranger. Seeing what he fetches is relevant here. Arbor. Why though? That's a weird fetch for me, or in my opinion. What does that even mean? I have no idea what that means. But I won't look into it. I'll appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much, sir. Or ma'am. Or anything. I'm kind of desperate for land here. Sure. Actually, not sure. Actually, not sure. Because my attacks now are now bad. Oh. Kinda hate this draw. I'd have loved a fetch. I think I am just upkeep killing that elf. Unless he wants to trade here. Am I fine with the trade? Maybe. So he definitely needs that elf, right? I think that's all I need. That's all I needed to know. Oh, I kind of want to draw. Kind of want to draw a Skullcrack. Kind of want to draw a Skullcrack. Oh, that's such an annoying draw. He's just looping Rangers, being annoying. I guess. Like there and back again, I guess. At L2 does this. Why does he even need 6 mana here? It's kind of running on empty. Helix is a fine draw. Honestly think I wanna pop him. Pop the elf. I wonder if there's like a correct sequencing here. Attack with both here. If he double blocks, I'm fine with it. He should, but whatever. Okay then. Ah, that's a problem. Now that's a problem. And Heliod. Yeah, so I think this is it. I really can't beat an Heliod here. I needed Skullcrack like really early. So Vortex definitely comes in. I don't think Revelry is good enough. Path and Hush also come in. Do the classic move of taking out my those. Ooh, actually, Rift Bolt. Well, I guess it's fine. Like cutting one is fine because of the Ranger, but not anymore. No. Ooh, I have Skullcrack. That's a snap keep. Opening with this seems okay. Okay, so we're what is that? Canopy? That's like the well, second two. Forcing them to draw a shock land is the better one. Ooh, what is? Ooh, he has path. He actually is gonna path my turn one Goblin Guide. You'll love to see it. Especially with little Hushy there. Such a fine draw. Like that has to be a path, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that hits the spot. That hits the spot just right. This is what I call the Eidolon trick. And it's not really a trick, it's just common sense. But don't play your land if you have a 2-drop coming, because it puts it out of their radar, if that makes sense. Now is the real tests. I want to know how good this card is in the matchup. It's a lot of mana. I think that with Skullcrack in hand, just want to push some damage. Yeah, I think this is the better line, to be honest. This might be a collected company. But I do have cards to beat. It kind of sucks that I have to hold removal now. Ooh, a call for an Aryok champion, which doesn't work. Or is he playing Core Firewalker? Oh, I would die if he was playing Core Firewalker. I'm guessing Auriok Champ here. Yep. Now he taps both of those. I'm assuming he taps both of those. Exactly. I'm not shooting here. I'm not shooting here because the Helix to the face, because I need removal to be live, basically. I also would like for Searing Blaze to be a good spell. I would have loved for a path there. That would actually be lethal. All right. I kind of like that he didn't see that Hushbringer stops Auriok Champion. Because that's a mistake, right? Him fetching Auriok. Voice of Resurgence? Couldn't care less about that. I care about Spike Feeder here. Haha! So we just have lethal now. Not even gonna fetch there. Oh, okay. I thought he conceded. Yeah, this was good. This definitely was good. Still have 130 air. We could have played a Swiftspear to attack for more than he can handle. Okay, so I like my sideboard. I really like my sideboard. Don't think I change anything for game 2 and 3. For game 3, rather. But now he's aware of the... this hand is just... hits just right. Oh, this hand has path too. Sprawl, okay. Do have to be careful about the anti-synergy of... this and Skyclave. Like if he eats my Swiftspear here. Hopefully he's not eating my Swiftspear. Double white for Auriok, please. Oh, it's the Skyclave. Oh no, wait, this actually doesn't interact poorly. I love it. I'm in love. I'm in love with Hushbringer. Hot lips indeed. Though, am I casting Eidolon? He might have Path. Ooh. He might have Path. He might honestly have path. Although, do I care? I think this is better because this starting hitting through the air, and I do lose the race if he starts just hitting me. He's just hitting me, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what he does. Elf. Alright, that kind of has to go. That's 6 mana. More than 6 mana, that's quadruple white. My opponent's kind of stuck on white. Like, in the sense that he can't really be manipulating white too much. Doesn't do anything, buddy. I like this draw. I like this draw. Just killing these two. Or these two. I like killing these two, to be honest. Like, although I do need the removal for later turns. I don't think I can respect like a Coco into combo, which kind of sucks because that's actually very easy to achieve. He has 5 mana. Do I really care about this? Probably not, right? So let's just bolt this dude. Yeah, let's bolt the dude because he actually stops me from doing things. This is a... Yeah, not really. Not really. Because, like, so here's my conclusion on this play. Also, I want to attack with both because I want to race. Here's my conclusion on this one. He has too much mana already. If he wanted to cast something relevant, he would have cast it there. I need removal up for the combo. So if he plays the combo, I want to have removal up. Aha. He's afraid. I think I always attack here because that's a good land. Because if he blocks, I still get a 1/1. I don't mind at all. Wait, why didn't it work? It should have worked. Right? It says leaves, not die. Or does it say leaving? Oh no, I guess it die when it's dying when it's I guess it makes sense. I thought it did make the little creature. Apparently not. Now this also puts pressure on him, like if he ever wants to play anything that isn't Coco. Also, the guy dying is actually good here. It's cracking that for sure. Yeah. Hushbringer does have some awkwardness, but like this Coco, it is Coco. Okay, that's fine. Or just a giant ballista. Oh, that's a ballista for 4. Killing my Hushbringer, sure. I can wait here, so I'm gonna wait. Could maybe find another one. So I'm pathing the ballista here. Oh, that's so bad though. I think that's the correct move. Just pathing the ballista. Yeah, too many lands. Path the ballista. It was too much fun. Maybe pathing the ballista was, yeah. I think this was the punt here. Because now I don't have removal for his combo. I have Skullcrack, but I don't have removal, so Heliod into Spike Feeder. Oh, that's cheeky. That's very cheeky. Oh yeah, it just adds, yeah, that okay. Glad to know I didn't make the mistake, because it just adds counters next turn and then it's an actual win con. Okay, that's fair. I should remember that actually. It's relevant. I need Vortex here. I 100% need Vortex here. So much that I'm gonna play a tapped land. Not good enough. Not good enough. Really need a Vortex. Especially with this draw, I really want a Vortex, because... But like, if he ever finds a creature, I'm just screwed. Because he erases more than me. He has a bajillion mana, so... I need to kill that, because that's gonna start attacking for relevant numbers with the lifelink from Heliod. Does he have a creature? Skyclave Apparition. So I really need Vortex, Vortex, Vortex. Fuck. My issue with this deck is that if he ever stumbles into that's annoying, or like if he ever stumbles into a spike feeder, he just wins. Fuck. This is it. He attacks for 2 lifelink here, gains 2, yeah. It got out of hand. I needed the Vortex. Just have Spike Feeder. A life gain. He attacks, gains some life. Yeah. It got out of hand. My draw wasn't fast enough to actually... My draw just wasn't fast enough to actually raise him. And now captain. Yeah, okay. This is just over. I needed Vortex. Like, honestly. Yeah, it's a bad matchup. But like our... I almost don't want to say this, but I think that the silver bullets that I push in Hushbringer and more copies of Vortex really pull it through. 25%, that's... I don't know, that still seems kind of low. Because... I don't know, I need to play the matchup more. I'm not gonna pull numbers out of my ass or... I'm just not gonna make up numbers. Matchup's not good. I don't know how not good it is. What did I lose here? Oh, Dredge. Yeah, you can't fight for the board. You can fight. Depends on the matchup. Depends on the current state of the game, of course. Like sometimes it's fine to fight on the board. Yeah, but that's a skill you gain through reps. Oh, on the draw on my last game. Kinda need a win here. Ooh. Like, this is a keep, but this is not a happy little keep. Not a happy little keep. Fuck, and I'm playing against Jank. I get an actual bolt here. Guess I'll take this. Yeah, yeah. Knowing when to play the control role is definitely one of the hardest things to do with Burn. Which, I don't want to stroke my own shaft too much here, but I honestly think it's why. What the oh, I'm gonna get Thought Not Seared on turn 2. I was gonna say I think it's why people like Core so much, to beat mirrors. Oh, this is not a good day. Takes Boros Charm. Easy card advantage. I draw the 4th land because I'm skilled. I double suspend the Rift Bolt. No attacks. Oh, this is just a bad time. This is just a bad time. Getting turn 2 Thought Not Seared. It's not fun. What pisses me off in this card is that they dressed it as if the colorless mana justifies pushing what the card does. Alright, so my opponent's playing mono red hate. He opened up the dictionary, typed in what beats mono red, and was like, oh, Eldrazi is good. Ponza, if it starts with cloth, is also good. Then he was like, oh, cool, so I can play both of those, right? Ah, oh, such a pain. Such a pain. So I still need, and my creature isn't hitting because reasons. So this is mono red hate. Oh look, another fun card. Yeah, you can just attack opponent. It's not even being ahead, it's just that everything went wrong. Like, my opponent played a turn 2. I'm not gonna play this game any longer. I can't win now. I was drawing straight gas too, but my opponent played. Do they play Chalice? Can I play around them playing Chalice? I mean, I kind of can by not siding out Boros Charm like that. Guess I can kind of do this. It's not that, it's not my, it's a... He went Thought-Knot into Clothis, that's the issue. Board is stalled forever. He kills me. He took my reach with Boros Charm. Now I honestly want to keep this because it has Vortex, and so I am. And yeah, Magic Online's super rough for burn right now. Magic Online's super rough for burn. It's getting to the point. It's like the worst time for burn because people think burn is good. And like, burn is always playable, but I would never call it. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think I win this matchup on going down and then hopefully hitting on going down to like 6 and hopefully hitting my hate. I have hate, I have to keep this. I bolt the bird. He has a Clothis, so. Oh look, it drew a Stomp, so my Goblin Guide isn't even gonna stick. Okay, so he picked up Bonza, he married it with Eldrazi and called it a day. Yep. It's those one-landers. But again, I don't think it's incorrect, because if I'm on the play with a bolt, I don't mind about not seeing the land. Okay then. And I can't path because he screwed on red. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Keeping one-landers on the play always seems to end up like this. Yeah, it had Bolt for the turn 1 bird with a creature and Path for any annoying thing. Ooh. Ah. But I guess I gotta do it, right? He can't kill me. It can't kill a land of mine. I have double Vortex, so I'm fine. He fetches the red. I'm oh. So tempting. So tempting. Let me actually look at it. He took Boros Charm? Seriously? Oh. Boys. 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 Yes, it is the new Swiftspear art. For some reason in online it isn't the full art, but whatever. This is an okay draw. Yeah, I don't know why he's playing Growth Chamber Guardian. Seems like my opponent didn't have enough cards to play Bonza, didn't have enough cards to play Eldrazi. And he was like, you know what, I can play half of each, so 1/2 plus 1/2 makes 1. Alright, let's go. Honest to God, he should have gotten mana to pump that. That's the worst spell. It deals me damage with Vortex. Oh, this game is just destined to lose. This game is just destined to be a loss. Maybe I should have sided out Rift Bolts. He adapts here. It's just stomping, okay. Yeah, but it's the last one, and I already played against Dredge and Heliod, so you know how those went. I even have play points, if this is a 2-3. I do. My opponent can even attack to punish. Honestly, my opponent's playing this so poorly. Like, what the hell? I have Vortex. Make mana, adapt, play the second one, and just gum up the board. Is it that hard to do that? Opponent's just not attacking. gonna explain this game action. Abort. This game action was not good. He kinda has lethal here. Because this is 2 damage per turn, so it's okay if he keeps not playing. I don't know. This is probably a... Also might just be lethal with that Clothis. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, he attacks with everything now. He adapts mid-combat. And I die to my triggers. I'm not... Oh, I died to this. I'm not even gonna finish this game. Jesus, fuck. That was painful to watch. That was actually painful to watch. What do we say, chat? Do we go for another round? Am I up for that? Am I up for another round? This one felt kind of miserable. And I know, like Rakdos Revive and Mardu Midrange were easy enough. But then Dredge and Heliod are just bad matchups. And then, you know, if my 5th opponent woke up and thought, I don't care how many games I lose, I'm gonna beat red. Yeah, there's not much I can do. And he tweaks the sideboard. Like, I don't know, I had answers to the bad matchups. And like, both Dredge and Heliod were very close. So much that I think that against Dredge I did have space to improve my gameplay and win. And against Heliod, against Heliod, I think that against Heliod there wasn't much space because the hand was kinda slow. Maybe just going face and holding that Goblin guide as as a blocker. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, if they find a lot of life gain, I just have no gas. But here's the thing: I don't want to play Incinerator because my non-hate matchups were all bad Incinerator matchups, so I don't want to trade one type of matchup for another as bad matchups. And like, this doesn't necessarily beat Heliod because they play a path. This doesn't necessarily beat Dredge because they can be fast. And then... Jesus, I really don't know. Really don't know. Do I want to play another league or not? That's my question number 1. Should I play another league? Or should I call it a night after that? Slightly miserable one. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. It's getting kinda late, it's already 3 AM and it's gonna be like almost 5 when the next league finishes. I think I'll postpone the double league day because I didn't stream on Wednesday, so I kinda wanna play something bigger. I might save it for Monday. Yeah, I usually go to bed at about 5 or 6, but I still have other things I need to take care of. I'll play a double leaguer on Monday. So hopefully I can get online a bit sooner. I saw that at almost 1 a.m. Yeah. So I think, okay, I'm gonna chill and play some tournament practice, I think. I'm gonna play an Amulet game here. Wanna watch me fumble an Amulet game? I built Amulet, a very good friend of mine. Is an Amulet aficionado. He really knows the deck in and out. We've played a bunch. So find the deck quite interesting because that little extra insight that pushes you towards the deck. I have that with Amulet because I've seen him play and explain his line. So I have that I don't want to call it edge because I'm terrible at this, but that slight better understanding of how the deck ticks and what works. Personally, I'm a fan of explosives, Sornet Queen Spoop. Ooh, I am playing the 4th Dryad. I don't have another one of. Wait, I made a cut. Maybe not. Wow. I don't have force. Heck. What cards? What card could I include here? I don't have force of vigor. Because it was spiking. Ooh. He had a new side plan actually. He had Stacy. Because Stacy's apparently better. I think he was playing it like this. I think this was his split. So I need to get one sideboard card. I guess 2 Reclamation Sage is useless. Now let's play one game. Just to see how I am. Feel free to hop on the game. Just don't snipe me. Or if you want to keep the stream on the background, tell me so I don't state my hand, so I don't give info on my hand. DMs open. Just playing a game here of Amulet because, again, I find the deck interesting enough. And honestly, having a secondary deck is just good practice. Like having a second deck that you feel comfortable enough to take to events. So untap green source. Ooh, this hand's really good. Okay, so here's the issue with this hand. I think you're always supposed to lead on Stacy because that's the bigger value play. Like a bounce land now guarantees a turn 3 Titan. Another Stacy though. So can I actually make a bajillion mana ever? Like I play this Amulet here. I play the Vestige. Doesn't really matter the order. Then I put Breeding Pool. Don't pay to life because Amulet triggers. Now I play Dryad. Now bounce land and I can cast that turn Timber Symbiosis. Which, you know, is a way to get a Titan. My opponent's deck is something. It's like if you've ever played Pioneer, it's like mono green from Pioneer. But here they actually get to play good cards, which they chose not to, but oh, it's elves, okay. So there's a reason to play Elvish Mystic, okay. Third Stacy, really? I just tell my opponent that I don't have anything. I guess that's fine. Guess this is a free attack. Hey, house. No. This isn't. This is burn. I don't know what you mean. This is burn. It's just there's a couple of extra steps before bolting my opponent. Just a handful of extra steps. By the way, if you're wondering, like I kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and drew double Stacy off the top. Talwar's Ringate Guide. I'm still not well, actually, I think Wayward Guide Beast is a good card. Not an amazing card. I think it's playable, but not in this meta. Like you saw today that my creatures were definitely on the weaker side. Like Eidolon was the best creature, and Hushbringer, so like hate creatures were the better ones. So I really need bounce or amulet. Bounce or amulet. Could be. Please a bounce. Oh. I'm sad now. Also dead, right? It's a lot of juice my opponent has. It's a lot of juice. What? How can I survive this is the real question. Titan off the top isn't even good. It needs to be bounce and hit with turn timber, which is, I'm gonna call it the pressing Titan line. That is lethal. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Oh, that's a lot of mana. That's definitely lethal though. Oh, okay, that wasn't it. Actually, wait. Oh, this would have been it. I can pact for bounce and then play bounce once, twice because of dryads, and then just do this. Then how many does this see? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was the draw. Alright, it happened. So this is elves. So I want these. I definitely want these. I probably don't want the grazers because they go over them. Could probably cut the non good lands. And what else? What's the cut? What are the cuts here? Like, what are the cuts? What would you cut here? Seriously, don't know what I should cut here. Maybe 3 explosives is 1 explosive's too much. And personally, I think it's explore. Ooh, actual. No, Dryad is good here, right? Wait. Did I house this? I'm playing 61 cards. It's amazing. It's like a prophecy come true. Actually playing 61 cards. Did my stream crash, or am I just lagging a lot? This is a fine keep. This should be a turn 3 Titan somehow. Land Stacy. Land. Yeah, this is a turn 3 Titan, so that's a keep. Is my stream really laggy? If my chat could tell me if my stream is just suddenly really laggy, I would appreciate it. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. We are Titan now. Okay. I'm wondering if I want to play some draft sometime again. I had fun playing draft the other day, but like I feel that realistically, like, people aren't watching me for my suboptimal draft skills. So it's not something that I want to, maybe it's not something that I want to do frequently. Although I will say, if I'm ever drafting Kaldheim ever again, I am 100% forcing Rakdos. Castle's also a good draw, right? Cube. Wait, can I not play Amulet here in case they play like a shitty answer to Amulet? Just like play 2. This doesn't matter. I can play these. Flash Ghost Quarter, and I untap. Can I play bounce? Can bounce, I don't know, the Ghost Quarter. Am I being a big idiot here by not playing Amulet? Am I just being a big